merchant marines during World War II, and across his, actually several guitars. I don't know if you can see it here. No, it's not on that one. He had a sign painted, "This machine kills fascists." And of course, he didn't just mean the German kind. And this is a song, I'm gonna try to get through this. You guys, I'll just admit it ahead of time. You've already seen me enough, seen me read stories and things. I'm obviously very affected by things that I find to be moving or powerful. I can never sing this song all the way through without being affected. Every year I try. Every year I say, okay, I'll think about something else. Just sing the song, and I'll think about Eminem. See, I think about something that gets you. But I listen to the song, and the song affects me. It is particularly poignant right now, right in today's paper and yesterday's paper and the day before. There are stories about the battle over immigration and undocumented workers. Woody was actually, he contracted Huntington's chorea in about 1951 or 52, and it's a deteriorating disease, kind of like Lou Gehrig's disease. Just your nervous system and your body degenerates. And he lived until 1967, so he spent like 15 years in the hospital just getting weaker and weaker. But he heard on the radio one day while he was laying in his hospital bed, he heard this radio report. See, I can't even tell the story without getting he heard this radio report about an airplane that had fallen, that had crashed, and he immediately said to the nurse, "Bring me some paper," and he wrote this. This was probably one of his very last songs. Okay, so you got the idea. Story about a plane crash that he heard about, and he basically just, the radio report said they were, deportees were killed in a plane crash. And he was obviously affected by that concept, knowing the migrant workers, knowing the circumstances, knowing the Bracero program, which basically was, in essence, slave labor. We allowed them to come up from Mexico. They worked up and down the state, but whenever the grower was done and didn't need them anymore, then basically they were illegal. Then they weren't wanted, and therefore they got deported all the time. So they would come back. Sometimes they would do it illegally, sometimes legally, but they would then not be used, and if they weren't working for 60 days, then they got kicked out. Good for the growers, not so good for the workers. Well, the crops are all in, and the peaches are rotting, oranges are stacked in creosote dumps. You know what? I'm going to tell you about the creosote dumps. One of the most powerful chapters in The Grapes of Wrath, chapter 25, is about this very thing. It's about the creosote dumps. Any of you guys work at a fast food restaurant? McDonald's, Burger King, any of those? When they have extra food, because they're fast food, so they crank it up and they have, they make a bunch of stuff. What do they do with the leftovers?
Eat it.
Give them away? Throw it away in the trash and make sure nobody can eat it. Why? In fact, a store manager, I believe it was McDonald's, got fired for giving burgers to the homeless. Now, why would you get fired?
Because they get sick.
Oh, because they were protecting the company in case you get sick? Not a chance. Yeah, because what's going to happen then? People are going to stand around begging for food and waiting for you to give it to them instead of paying their... You know how much McDonald's hamburgers were when they started?
39 cents.
15 cents. 10 cents for fries, 15 cents for a quarter, you could have burger and fries. How much are they now? So, chapter 25. In chapter 25, it talks about the oranges in California. And when they have a surplus, they take the extra oranges and they dump them into great piles, and they dump creosote over it, which is an astringent that makes them rot, and it destroys the fruit. And the point is, why would they destroy all that fruit? They could put it out on the market. They could sell it. People want it. People are starving. Why not put it out there? What happens if you have a lot?
Price goes down.
Price goes down. So you destroy the fruit, then there isn't enough, and then your price stays high. So it's better to destroy the food and keep your prices high than put the food out and make it available to people. So